Alright there, guys. Thanks for tuning in again. This is RedTailRay coming at you. Wanted to give you guys a heads up that I'm starting a new business. And in doing so, I wanted to show you guys this knife sheath that I made. This is a Kydex Kydex sheath that I made custom order for a MicroTech Super Tech. Well, this knife is the Freedom Edition, or I think that's what they call it, but I've never actually had or owned a MicroTech or any kind of auto knife. Coolest thing I've ever had is a spring assisted knife. But that being said, in my startup and spreading the word of kicking off my new business and making gun holsters and knife sheaths and other gear keepers out of Kydex and leather and such, I came across one of the guys in my firefighting class that works security and really likes to carry this. This is everyday carry, and he can get away with that. So, props to him, but he wanted to be able to make sure that in his daily carry he utilizes the pocket clip and wears it in his pants. But in his job, in his security role, he wears a vest. And with that vest and duty belt combo, his gun sits right on his hip and covers his front pocket where he'd normally carry this for his utilization. And he wears his vest all day long, even on his lunch breaks and such. So he wanted a Kydex holster that would fit onto and loop really well into molly gear, and a super slim line and sleek, and something just to utilize that ability to grab this guy super quick and for it to still be retained really well anywhere on his tactical vest. So using the BladeTech Molly Lock, that's what this is called, not the Tech Lock, that's different. The Molly Lock from BladeTech. This is the small, and you can see it actually fits this really, really well. As far as the size and dimensions and proportion, I did make a small pedal on the side, and normally in my playing around with Kydex and such, and other thermoform plastics, I would normally use rivets, but the rivets you'd have to space out quite a bit. And so I decided to just give this a whirl with a little bit of shock cord, and I think he's going to be really happy. I even did a, I'm not sure how that's going to show up. Take that out. So the knife actually sits on this groove right here. And hopefully you can see that in the light. And I made an indentation so that the hardware does not scrape the knife. So it sits in there. And it's not a uniform knife either. You can kind of see that it's got a funny curve to it. And it's a little bit deeper on this side. And with the deployment and retraction mechanism, you really want to make sure, or I really wanted to make sure that that wouldn't be engaged accidentally. So I made sure to block that off. And it was a whole process. But this is a knife sheath that I made for a MicroTech Super Tech. What the main purpose of this video is kind of laying out here in the background is that I'm kicking off my new company. My new company is going to be called Non-Tac Gear, NONTAC Gear, and you can already follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Website is soon to come. Having some really cool people work on the website, and I'm going to do custom Kydex work, and this would be a perfect example of something like that. The initial startup is going to be utilizing some of the blue guns that I already have and some of the other projects that I already have, including This guy right here is a setup for a universal flashlight holder, and you'll see some pics of that. I might make a video on that. Also, firearm holsters and accessories. Been playing around with wings, but here's some of my pride and joys. This is a Smith & Wesson Shield inside the waistband holster for super cheap. And the whole reason why I wanted to start this and why I wanted to do this is I really believe, and I think a lot of you guys will agree with me, that the firearms market right now is completely saturated with tactical stuff. Everybody's throwing tactical into their name, and it doesn't have to be tactical. You don't have to pay $100. You shouldn't have to pay $100 for a piece of plastic. And if you guys have been following my videos, I am completely self-taught at this Kydex thermoplastic molding. Learned it and picked it up roughly about 2 years ago now, and I've been previously playing with leather and making other things, knife sheaths and such, for more than the last decade. But with the popularity and the all the things that go with thermoplastics, especially like Kydex, and why it's become so popular, is that it's super easy to get into and super easy to make. These guys out there, they're selling you on tactical stuff, and you don't need tactical stuff. I'm not an operator. I don't know about 99% of you guys, especially my 300 some odd followers and 40,000 views or whatever it is. Most of those being on my SE5 knife sheath combo that I made. Most of the videos that I get responses on are stuff that I do that you can do yourself at home. And I think a lot of you guys, especially my followers, thanks for following me by the way, believe the same thing, that you're not an operator. You don't need to be sold on the tactically stamped stuff that's out there. Everything's trying to be tactical, and thank God the zombie phase is kind of over. You don't see a lot of that neon zombie green crap everywhere, but tactical seems to be the new thing. And so I'm calling my company Non-Tac Gear for non-tactical gear, because 99% of us don't need tactical stuff. We don't need $100 holsters. We don't need $50, $40, $30 spare magazine holsters. I think the market is inundated with stuff like that, and people trying to start a lot of things, including excuse me, a lot of other small businesses in the wrong category. I think a lot of these people think they can pick it up and do it, and take a blue gun, like this Glock 1923 blue gun, and start pressing molds out of it and start kicking out holsters, thinking that will be their $1 million idea. But they don't take the time. They haven't spent the effort and the research, and they don't have the passion for making things, especially like I do. If you guys have seen a couple, especially my last couple videos in the Kydex how-to and the make an SE5 sheath in 10 minutes kind of videos, I've been prototyping a Smith & Wesson Shield holster out of Kydex for about the last 2 years, ever since I got into Kydex, and making it specifically with the actual Smith & Wesson Shield, but I've upgraded and started getting some blue guns. And so this is the exciting point. This is the putting myself completely and all out there, is that you will find a lot of people out there, trying to sell you on something, and they basically take one of these and throw the wooden dowel on top, and for their sight clearance, and don't do a good job blocking off, and their retention system sucks. And a lot of that stuff out there, I think, is just, $65 on up is ridiculous pricing for holsters, especially when I know exactly how much it costs to make something like that, including shipping. So I'm starting my own company. I wanted to give you guys a heads up on that. My loyal, awesome YouTube followers and subscribers that have kept me rocking and rolling so far, and started the YouTube channel, of course, and still do pretty much unedited videos, one take videos on my cell phone. This is me kicking it off, and I want you guys to pay attention, and I want you guys to follow me and give me advice and guide me in the right direction as far as which way I should start bringing this company, what you guys would like to see me offer. And for non-tactical gear, for non-tac gear, that's the whole bottom line, is that I firmly believe, and that's how I got my startup, that you don't need to pay $65 for a holster, and you don't need to wait 6 to 10 weeks after you've already paid somebody to give you a product. So hashtag small business, and whatever you want to call it, do it yourself, and wish me the best of luck. Let's see how this goes. I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching, liking, sharing, subscribing. And don't forget to slide on over to my Facebook page, facebook.com/non-tac gear, NONTAC gear.com. And follow me on Instagram too, Instagram/non-tac gear.